Hey guys, welcome back. Mike here at MH Tutorials. Well guys, in front of you is a Batarang. So what's a Batarang? It's Batman's boomerang, okay? I've been asked to model this, so that's what we're going to do today. So I loaded this reference image, and for those of you that don't know how to do that, I'll just get rid of this, go to my panel view, to my front view, click on View, Image Plane, Import Image, and I found this image right here and hit open. Okay. Now in my perspective view, I'm just going to hit R while it's selected, and I'm going to scale that up quite a bit. Hit W, move it up, and move it back a little. All right. So that's what we're going to work on. So we're going to start off with a simple cube. We're just going to drag that out in the grid, pull that up, and I'll hit Control A to pull up my attribute editor. We are going to go to the Polycube 1 tab, and let's do 3 by 3 by 3 to make it nice and square. And in the subdivision width, we'll do 2 to get that one line in the middle right there. Okay. Now, make sure this thing is centered. So we're going to go to the Polycube tab, and we're going to set our translate values to 0. All right, there we go. Okay. Then we are going to move to our front view, and as you can see, I got X-ray on. That button right here. You can turn it off or on, and that will help us to see what's going on. Now we know our cube is centered, so our image is not. So we're going to drag select it, and we're going to move it until it looks like it's in the middle, and then we'll adjust it later when we have the cube in position. Okay. Take my cube, pull that up to about there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to right click, go to face, drag select, and delete that. So we got rid of half of our cube. There we go. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to mirror that because we will be working in symmetry. Okay. So right click object mode, select that guy. We're going to go to edit, duplicate special at the option box. Go to edit and reset settings. So we're starting from scratch. Select instance, and we're going to give scale a value of -1 on X, and hit duplicate special. There we go. So what happens here happens there. All right. Now let's get towards where we need to be, which is over here. We're going to right click on our vertex. I'm going to select that. I'm going to bring that down. Let's see, is that what I want? No, it's not what I want. I'm so sorry. I'm going to bring that in. There we go. And as you can see, I'm not quite at that point yet, and here I am. So I need to move my reference image a little bit, like I said before. And I'll just turn off my X-ray mode so I can see it a bit better. That's slightly better. Okay, oops. Don't drag him, drag him. That looks nice. Okay. Turn my X-ray back on. There we go. And then we're going to go down here, right click vertex, and take these two, drag them down all the way down there, and then take this one and push that all the way in. Hit F to zoom in and get fairly close. Okay, and I'll just take these two and bring them down there. All right, so now that we got that, there's some tweaking to do. We need to add an edge loop here to create this shape. Okay, so mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, option box. Make sure you have your regular setting going on, and we're going to add an edge loop right there. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click on a vertex, drag select this guy, hit W and bring that out to there, which kind of gives us our initial diamond shape, if you will. Now you can see it's quite thick, so we're going to right click, go to object mode, and we're going to hit R, and we're going to push that in. Sorry, select both these guys, push that in. That looks better. All right. And then let's tweak the bottom part here. Right click vertex, drag select these vertices down here and push them in until it's nice and pointy. Not all the way, just something like that. Okay, cool. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's focus on Batman's ears. So right click face, select that, go up to edit mesh and under face, extrude. Hit W, pull that up. Let's go back to this view right here. And what we're going to do is we are going to right click our vertex, take that vertex and move it towards where the point of our ear should be. And then drag select this one and bring that down very close to that original point right there, which gives us our pointy ears. Okay, we're gonna make them pointy in more than one way, so right click vertex, drag select those, and in this case we're gonna hit R and we're gonna bring them in like so. So we kind of get that effect there. All right, cool. And then we're ready to start on the wings. Okay, now for the wings, we're gonna right click on the face, select that face, under edit mesh, go to extrude under face, hit W, pull that out just a little, then move to this view again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the top here for a sec. So we pull this out to about there, and we're gonna hit G to repeat that, and W to pull it out some more. And try to keep that spacing fairly even, okay? Repeat that, so G, W, like so, G, W, G, W, and again, until about there, okay? And first we're gonna tweak a little bit, all right? So we're gonna right click, go to vertex, and from about here, we're gonna start to follow that curve. Let's see. Actually, what we're going to do, guys, to make this more interesting, I want to make the top of this blade here nice and sharp. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this white line here instead of the one on top, and then we'll extrude that later. Okay. So I'm just going to go back here, hit Control Z a couple of times. So we're going back. There we go. With my sincere apologies for that. We're going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert, where do you go? Insert Edge Loop Tool right there. And we're going to add an edge right there. Hit Q on your keyboard. And that will allow us to take this face, right click face, that one, go to Edit Mesh, Extrude, hit W and pull it out. Okay. We'll do this view. There we go. Okay, so we are at the point where we were just now. Okay, we're going to hit G to repeat, W to pull out, and I'll kind of speed that up. G, W, pull that out again. G, W, pull it out again. G, W, once more. And G, W, once more until about there. Then right click vertex, take that one, start to bring that up, take that one, start to bring that up. And let's see what's going on down here. Take that one, bring it up here, bring it up here, and just follow that line. Okay, not bad. And maybe I'm doing this slightly quicker than what I usually would do. So I advise you to take your time. Okay, so I got that face, edit mesh, extrude again, hit W, bring that out. Let's go back here, see what's going on. Okay, so we brought that out and we're going to bring that up and we're going to focus on the top here for a sec. G to repeat, W to pull out. So pull that out and up. G to repeat, W to pull out, and just kind of repeat that process. And we're going to just bring that up in a slope, something like so. GW. Maybe it's even smarter to just do that straight out. GW. And we'll just correct that. So right click vertex. We'll take these, we'll bring that down. And that's kind of the line that we'll go with. I think that makes more sense. Right click face, edit mesh, extrude, and W, pull out to right there. Okay. Now we're gonna tweak these vertices down here. So right click vertex. Let's take these, bring them down to that point. We'll bring that one down a little bit. We'll bring that up. Bring that up. Not too bad. Let's see what we got so far. That's nice. Okay. Once again, right click face, select that, edit mesh, extrude, hit W and pull that out. And now what we're going to do is we are going to follow this line here. Okay. So G to repeat, W to pull out, GW, GW, and as you can see, we're working our way down on that blade, okay? GW, I'll just stop saying that, you know what the deal is, okay? And we're getting closer. Almost there. And the last one. All right. And again, we'll need to tweak these vertices. So right click vertex and we'll start to get them into position. And again, I'll try to do that fairly quickly. Try to kind of maintain your spacing between your edges, so your polys look fairly decent. Try to keep that clean. Almost there. And the last one. Let's see what we have here. Okay, that's pretty neat. Now let's focus on that shape up here. There seems to be one edge sticking out a little bit, which is kind of cool because that gives some depth into the wings, which is nice. So I'm gonna leave it that way. Bottom looks okay, and all in all, the whole thing looks fairly clean so far. All right. Okay, now for this section right here, we're gonna right click, go to face, and we're gonna, no, actually we're not there yet. I'm sorry. We're gonna create that point up here first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, go to edit mesh, extrude, hit W and pull that up. F to zoom in, and let's pull that up and try to get that angle, this angle up here. So G to repeat, W to pull up, G to repeat, W to pull up, G, W, G, W, and G, W. Okay, we're gonna right click at our vertex, and we were following this white line, right? So we're gonna select these vertices. Let's start off with these three, and we're gonna start to move them in. And actually, we'll just hit R and scale them in. Which will give us some room. And we'll need to correct that flow in a sec, and we will do that. So hit R again, and then hit W. Looks a bit messy, but we'll fix that. That one we need to scale some more. Go up here, take those, hit R, scale them in quite a bit. And you don't want your vertices to overlap, so almost there. That one up there. Hit R, scale that in. Hit W, move that over. One more up here. Take those. Hit R, scale them in. And W and move over. Hit F to zoom in. We're going to tweak this a bit. So get them closer together, which will give you some more space to move that in. And that spacing looks fairly okay. We just need to clean up these vertices a bit just to kind of maintain that flow a little. We don't want it to look too ugly. That's slightly better. Okay. All right. So now that we got that, let's raise this face here. So right click face, click on that one, double click on that one, which will give us that edge, both sides obviously. And I find it kind of cool to do this as well. Okay, so we've got the outer edge. Sorry, no, we're not going to do that. I'm so sorry. I was thinking about texturing. And we're not there yet. Okay, so we got that angle, right? Edit mesh, extrude. Now this is going to be tricky because first we're going to raise it a little, and it's going to start to be a bit of a mess up here, right? So next what we're going to do is we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale the whole thing in to free it from that angle here and to create a slope here, which is kind of neat. Then we're going to push it in to make it nice and sharp, like so. And maybe bring it in some more. And for that, we can check our image here. Okay, you can see that we need to bring it back just a little to kind of maintain the shape that we were going for. This one is sticking out a bit further, but I kind of like that, so we're going to leave that. So this is what we have. Okay, looks kind of nice. Got that little point going on there. All right, not bad. Now that we have that, we need to merge the vertices in the middle. Okay, so we're going to right click at object mode. We're going to select these two. We're going to go to mesh and combine. Right click vertex. We're going to go to this view here. We're going to drag select the vertices in the middle and go to edit mesh and merge components. And that should fix that. It should. Right click object mode. Let's give that a try. Hit 3 on your keyboard and it does. It's nice and smooth. Okay. Now I kind of like this shape because you got these dimensions going on, a bit thicker here, point going on up there, our ears. But as you can see, we need to add a few edge loops here and there to maintain the shape that we got going on. Okay. So select our object, hit 1 on our keyboard, go to edit, delete by type and history. So that's all cleaned up. And let's add an edge loop or two. Let's see, insert edge loop. I'll push one in there, which will hold the shape of our ears and the top right there. Let's see if we can add one there and add one there. And just in case you didn't notice, we're no longer in mirroring mode, so we have to do both sides. That kind of looks okay, I think. Let's see what we can do here. That is nice. And do the same over here. All right, hit Q on your keyboard, right click object mode, select this guy, hit 3. So this is pretty much our guy. Okay, now we're gonna drag select our image here, get rid of it, go to this guy, hit 1 to go back, and now let's deal with texturing. First, I'm gonna right click and assign new material for the whole thing. And if this system crashes right now, I'll go nuts. Okay, it happened before today while I was doing this tutorial. We're gonna go with a Fong E, and let's turn that into black. All right, then right click face, select that face and double click on that one. Do the same over here, that one, and double click on that one. So we've got these two going on. Gonna do the same over here, shift click and shift double click, shift click, shift double click, and let's do these as well, which gives the sides of our ears and the top as well, which looks cool because it will give a nice effect, I think. One more to go. Let's see if we got everything. Yeah, we do. And that's going all the way over. Yeah, perfect. Okay. We're gonna right click, assign new material, MIA underscore X, go to material tab, presets, come on, there we go, Chrome, replace. Let's create a plane for our ground, if you will, and we're gonna stretch that out both ways. Let's right click and assign new material. Let's do a Fong E in white. Now that we got that, go to our render settings. We're going to go to mental ray, just to maximize that. Okay, we are going to go to color management, set up global illumination, final gathering. In our quality tab, we are going to increase quality to about 1.5. Close, yeah, okay. We're going to set our image size to HD 1080. Let's see, make sure I don't forget anything here. Dum, 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 dum. Ray tracing, that's set up. That's good. We are going to select image-based lighting, and we're going to select a folder for that in a sec. Okay, we're going to enable color management, and we're going to leave these settings right there. Then we're going to go into our folder. We're going to look for a HDRI image to use. And I'm going to select this one right here. I'm going to create some additional lighting. So create lights, point light, hit W, pull that up and out, and hit 7 on my keyboard so I can see what my light is doing. That's kind of okay, I think. We'll do an ambient light, so create lights, ambient light, where'd he go? Up here. That's quite bright, so we're going to push that back over here, raise that a little bit, and bring that down to 0.1. And let's find a nice angle for our object. Set up our render window here. Okay, select our object, hit 3, and let's give this a render, and then when the render is done, we're going to need to tweak it. So just going to pause the video, hit render, and see you guys in a sec. All right, guys, there we go. This is our final render, or semi-final render. Now, what's cool is that in 2015, you can play with these settings up here, right? So we're just going to see if that's going to help it. Now, I typically tend to make scenes fairly dark, but it's kind of a personal preference. I'm going to leave it at this. I kind of like this, so that's my choice. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. But as far as this tutorial is concerned, this is it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions, as always, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.